What's up, William? All right, we're ready to go. A little midday viewing pleasure is probably a little bit better on YouTube. But we'll simul stream on whatnot as well. What's up, Aaron? Aaron's over on whatnot. All right, this is, let me set the break to live. Break 1-3 Super Jumbo case. Sold out, appreciate it. I'm hoping so, bud. I'm hoping these supers are better. We'll see. I've watched 2 cases plus obviously mine, and I'd have to say mine was far and away above the 2 that I saw. And then the poor guys that opened the second case, they were like super excited about it, and they did hit a red Seth Hernandez non-auto, so I mean that's a great card, but the rest of the case was not great. All right, midday rips. We're here for it. Yeah, we didn't see one of those yesterday. It's weird. But the 2 cases I watched, you were watching those ones, the brothers. They got 2 of those. They are weird looking. You got one of the Guardians one? I mean, the Guardians have been super sneaky solid. I was looking again at that Dean Curley last night because I was sorting, and man, it's such a clean card. It's probably a grader. I didn't look at the surface, but everything else looked like really, really good on it. I'm assuming you're gonna keep it, but I'm put this out to anybody. I've been reaching out to a few people who I knew were gonna sell what they got. But if you need any pictures for eBay while it's shipping, just let me know. After this break, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day the first break's already sorted, so I'm going to get to mailing that out. But if anybody needs pictures, let me know before I mail it, and then I'll take those pictures and text them out so you guys can get those posted to eBay if you want. So, all right. You guys ready? Let's get started. Okay, replay will be live, so if you're watching this later, or if you're watching this now, good luck. Super Jumbos. I have not seen any Super Jumbo cases, so I'm sure or really any boxes at all. So, Murky, where was the, I'm assuming all the hits are in the middle, right? With the Super Jumbo. Oh man, I thought we had something special, but that's weird. It's just like a little filler plate. Oh, that's right. It's the double packs. Wow, that's so weird. It's 3 on one side, 2 on the other. I'm guessing all 5 are going to have autos, but this will be interesting. All right, let's do it like this. We'll open one side and stack it. And then we'll open the other side, so we'll be able to do 2 at once. Dude, 120 cards in each pack. That's insane. I think last year I actually did sort the paper, and I'm like, never again. It's still like a shit ton of cards for each team. Without the paper, it would just be crazy with the paper. All right, here we go. Pack numero uno. That's weird. It's like a random insert in the middle of a paper. So starting off with Cade Anderson. Oh, no, these are all chromes. Okay. So we got backwards chromes. We got inserts to start. That looks like just base chromes. Let me just kind of peek where the hits are. We got the refractors in the back. All right, we got an auto there. So I'm assuming these are all going to be base. All right, so we got Thomas White, Gurvich, Lombard, Schubert, Mayfield, Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Lodice, Taiit, Cunningham, Hartshorn, Steele Hall, CJ Gray, Mitchell, and Bonham. I'm going to really need the room here for this base. All right, and it looks like our auto is going to be there. So we're going to go to the refractors. Interesting. Yeah, they were just regular base cards. But we got Valdez, Aaron Walton for the Guardians, Max Clark, Mason Morris. First, this is just the Murph Gray base, and our auto Yankees. Mink's going to be excited. First pack, Dax Kilby. There we go. Mink getting rewarded for being a good lad and going to school. Bless his heart. Dax Kilby auto to start. There you go, Mink. We're thinking about you while you're thinking about your history class. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. All right, so we've got Eli Willits. This is pack number 2, and I'll penny sleeve those ones later. So weird. Backwards. We got a numbered card here. It looks like we have a case hit too, right off the jump. This configuration is strange. So we got Carlson, Passatini, Ike Irish, Maldonado, Dax Kilby, Waldschmidt, Kepley, Montgomery, Hedges, Quintero, Cohen, Benj, Curley, Spencer Jones. This is the hit spot. We got Giants. It is Joshua Gonzalez and is not a hit. Actually, no, sorry. Here's the hit spot. First for the Nats. It is just a base. All right, we got our refractors, Bodine, Nelson, Kyson, Witherspoon, and Essenberg. Sleeve the Kyson. All right, I think we got another spotlights here. Aaron, did you notice that? No, this is not the single jumbo. This is the jumbo case. So I think you have the Rockies on here. Did you grab another team on Breaker Toolbox? I can't remember. Let me see. Yeah, I think you just got the Rockies here, STX. This is the super jumbo case. All right, we got Brewers, JD Thompson on the numbered first. Aaron, did you notice? Oh, no. See, that fooled me too. That's just an axis, but we got a numbered first here. Aaron, did you notice that last night in that second case that those guys did, there was no case hit? There was an image variation, but there was literally nothing else. It was kind of buns, to be honest with you. And they were like, oh, this is a great case. I believe so, Rapid. I've got it. If you see it on YouTube, I have the scrolling spots. But yes, I believe if my memory serves, you bought the Blue Jays for the Super Jumbo case. I mean, I only ran 2 cases. I ran the regular Jumbo Hobby last night. That one, I believe somebody else had the Blue Jays. So this is your case, I believe. And then I'm just running single boxes after this. All right, get the paper out of the way. Oh, we got a purple. It's so weird. The hits are like all over the place. I guess numbered cards are going to be right after the paper, but the one auto we had was actually here in the back. So I don't see an auto in this pack. All right, we got Sirota, Curley, McGonigal, Lombardi, Bazana, Watson, Arias, Bodine, Nelson, Miller, Verderek, Jordan, Weidman, Esmeralyn Valdez, Walton, Max Clark, Mason Morris, Lombardi. So actually, I think the autos are in the top pack, so I'll leave that. We got Lombardi, Bazana, Watson, and Arias again on the refractors. And then here we go. White Sox first. True purple. That's going to be Gabe Davis. We hit him on the steel metal refractor last night in the single jumbo case. There we go. So couple colors there. I'm just going to go with this, my theory that the autos are going to be in the top packs. Somebody on YouTube agrees with me. Here, I'll tell you what. From now on, I'm gonna go big brain and just cut the packs in the middle. I do have scissors here, and that'll prevent me from being super awkward on camera trying to struggle through an upside down pack. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here in the hit spot. We got a blue. Someone was complaining about not a lot of color in the jumbos, but so far it's been pretty decent. Had a color in every bottom pack and an auto in every top pack. Petrie, George, Juzera, Lewis, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Riggio, Boyker, West, Taylor, Bradfield, Carmichael, Jenkins, Frey, Escobar, and Elwinger. We got Brandon Compton for the M's on the first refractor. J.R. Ritchie for the Braves. Sean Gamble, that's the dude for the Royals. And then we got Luke LaCourse for the Halos. KC really has like two dudes, so. All right, here we go. We got Ryan Sloan on front with... Is that Marlins again on the true blue? Andrew Salas. He was Marlins top chase in 25 Bowman Chrome. So M's making a splash early here. So 6 total boxes in a case for the supers. This is 8 for the hobby. So it gives you slightly more cards here in the jumbo. All right, so those are going to be our auto packs. We'll open our non-auto packs first. What's up, Grinchy? Middle of the day breaks here. All right, so we've been getting hits here. Oh, we got a steel metal refractor coming up. We got Bodine on the Axis. Hughes, Cunningham, Hodge, Rodriguez, Flores, Farmelo, McConaughey, Namala, Young, Weatherholt, Crossland, Dickerson, Sailors, Brecht, Owens, Culpepper, Fleming. We got Hammond. That's the other guy on the Royals. Fisher, Ethan Petrie, and Nate George are going to be our refractors. Let's check out the steel metal. 200. Just climb up in the attic, Colby, and just hang out up there. Tell him you're busy. Kalen Culpepper out of 100 for the Twinnies. Culpepper was a good sleeper last year until everybody realized that he was super solid, and then he became too expensive. But I enjoyed flipping him while I had the chance. I think he was a mid first round pick, something like that. All right, we got our X-Fractor, and then we got another. Holy smokes, we got a colored insert, an X-Fractor, and then we got a paper green. So let's go ahead and let's just hit this paper green real quick for the Rangers. Gavin Fine, that's the dude going to Rip City. Probably hiding under his desk somewhere, watching the stream. Youngerman, Obermueller, Condon, Neville, Castillo, Kent, Level, Tatum Gray, Reimer, Morey, Quick, Caldwell, Ebel, Guzman, Arnold, Fouch, Liam Doyle. We got Seth Hernandez on the first refractor, Pico Cone, Jordan Yost, and Gabe Davis. Stage is feeling a little crowded here with all the super jumbos. They're massive boxes. Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to go up in the attic. There we go. Yeah, Oklahoma State legend. That's right. All right, so we got a lot going on in this pack right here. We got Ike Irish, Tigers, Jose Braceno on the X-Fractor, and there we go. Eli Willits, Nat Spot hitting. Is that you, Murky? Nice little numbered Eli Willits prize prospect card. That is 234 out of 250. Going to Merck. We'll take that, huh? We'll take that. All right, we got autos now. The rest should be autos. This is weird. We got, again, a triple insert, probably 2 numbered cards. So let's see here. We got, and then let's protect the auto. So that's the auto. All right, so chromes and refractors: Witherspoon, Essenberg, Hernandez, Pico Cone, Yost, Davis, Hammond, Fisher, Celestin, Killen, Episcope, Salicine, Dickerson, Cook, Pena. We got Aiden Miller, Vitorek, Dakota Jordan, and Ryan Weidman. All right, let's check these ones out here. It is going to be a base auto in this one. We got Ike Irish. That's just a draft day insert. So let's see what we got behind here. All right, so they just did us dirty with the dual non-numbered inserts. But we got Nationals again. That's Yohandy Morales on the paper sky blue to $4.99 going again to Murky. Murky's been super solid for us, helping us fill spots and close out breaks. We appreciate you, Merk. Glad to hit some cards here for you, but we're not done yet. All right, we got Cardinals first. That's going to be Matthew Mayura going to the Cards. I believe Laser Viking helped us by picking up the cards. Got to go with the 2 Missouri teams, right? There we go. So a couple good autos there. I think Mayura, I mean, he's definitely not Liam Doyle, but he's 180th, so 6-rounder. Outfielder, though, you never know. You never know with those guys. Could be a sleeper. All right, we got our in action here. Flip these guys around. Let's see. Hopefully we got a color auto. Nope, it's another freaking base auto. Hopefully that's our last base auto. We get 2 color. DeVries, Monroe, Gillen, Livingston, Lorenzo, Dean Moss, Perseno, Witherspoon, Tibbs, Voigt, Troy, Forbes, Turley, Nayans, Wing. We got Dickerson, Cook, Pena, and Cody Miller on the refractor. All right, let's see. This one's probably just a base. Yep, Xavier Nayans on the inaction going to the Stros. And then we got JoJo Parker on the prized prospects. Like I said last night on the stream, I really like that they made the inactions refractors this year. All right, we got JoJo Parker, and then behind him we've got JoJo Parker. There we go, Axe. Blue Jays hitting. It's a base, but what a base. We'll take one of the top chases on a base. We don't want anybody else on a base, but we'll take one of the top guys. There you go, going to Rapid Axe. It's got them in the Super Jumbo case. You got the White Sox in the red. Who's got the Nats? All right, we need White Sox then. For Merck. All right, we got refractor auto here. That's good to see. Let's go. Let's hit this. Let's hit these. No, let's hit these ones first. We got Wiggins, Shores, Caminiti, Oviedo, Lugo, Fine, Barr, Anderson, Cuso, Max Williams, Andrew Salas, Ayenson, Pena, Millar, Connor Griffin. We got CJ Gray for the Halos, Ryan Mitchell, Caleb Bonham, and Murph Gray for the Pirates. All right, we got another Eli Willits on the draft night and Jamie Arnold on the prize prospects. All right, we got refractor auto here. It's a first for the D-backs. Dean Livingston, 205 out of 499. That one's going to Joe Madden. He's our resident D-backs guy. First color auto. So now we're going to see something nasty in the last pack, though. Otherwise, this is going to be pretty clearly a floor box, which is good news because that means it only goes up from there. Oh man, we get two different draft inactions. That one's going to be Jesus Made, and then we got Bazana on the insert. Wow, they really did us dirty. 4 base autos and a refractor auto. Is that how the jumbos are going to treat us? Kaysen Cunningham, Hartshorn, Steele Hall. Steele Hall's a good one. We got Harmon, Made, Lampkin, Ricardo, Nate Snead, Sloan, Yeeman, Legrande, Walcott, Peters, Morales, Quinn, Yannick, Thompson. We got Duno, JB Middleton, and Rangers auto Gavin Fine going to Rip City. I mean, it's a good name. You know, we hit 3 good names, so I think if you're looking for a box to get base autos, then at least you're getting, you know, a box with 3 of the top, 10 chases. All right, but we can do better than that, guys. That's, like I said last night, I'd rather start off slow and finish strong than starting off hot and watching the back half of the case end up being terrible. So we're on pace. Clearing the base pack style, or the base card stack. This is the Super Jumbo Hobby Case CTG. So this is our last case break, and then we're going to be running just single boxes. So we've got 9 spots left in our Super Jumbo single box. Posted here and posted on Breaker Toolbox if you want to save a couple extra bucks over there. And then yeah, we're gonna be posting more breaks. We have more boxes. Trying to get these ones filled before I post any others. All right, so there is the auto. There is the auto. There's the auto. There is the auto. And there's the auto. Okay. This is the whole case. Yeah, so we're going to be ripping 6 boxes. Yeah, totally good case. I mean, like you said, we're hitting the names. I mean, we just need the color. It's all about the color and the autos. So if you got the autos, that's great. But if you have the color and the autos, then it's Obviously, even better. All right, we've got Sparkle, Speckle. I can't remember. I think this is a non-numbered. Shouldn't be an auto in this pack. So we got Hammond, Fisher, Petrie, George, DeZerwa, Lewis, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Turley, Nayans, Wing, Parker, Aiden West, Devin Taylor, Bradfield, and Carmichael. Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, Boyker, and DeVries on our refractors. Cade Anderson first for the Pirates. It's going to be Murph Gray. And then we got Joshua Gonzalez on the base insert behind it. We're calling. We got a shot called. Murky's calling a super in this box. That would be incredible. You know, out of all the 101s I've hit, I have not hit a super in any of the Bowman products. So I hit a Rose Gold 101 in the Bowman Megas. It was a Luke Keyshaw auto, so that was a massive hit. But yeah, I would really like to hit a 101 here. All right, we got green, sky blue, and it looks like 2 base refractors. So we got Braceno, Witherspoon, Thomas, Compton, Ritchie, Gamble, LaCourse, Willits, Lays, Selena, Slowinski, Pratt, Morrison, Norrie, Jacobs, Staffura, and Fritton. We got DeZera, Tyson Lewis, Bellew, and Coe on the refractors. Let's take a look at our color here. We've got Salthacene on the draft night. Let's go in the middle here. Ike Irish on the Axis. Cade Obermiller on the sky blue to 499. And then our green is going to be Marlins. Thomas White. That one's going to Colby, who's pretending to work up in the attic right now. Got to respect the hustle of a man who's willing to brave the heat. And you're like, well, Odeezy, it's the middle of winter. What kind of heat are you talking about? This man lives in Florida where it's 95 degrees with 1,000% humidity year round. So bless his brave soul for being up there. All right, here we go. Pack number 3 of the non-auto side. Something sticky. It looks like it's a green grass. The grass is always greener behind the paper cards. All right, we got Malcolm Moore, Lodice, Sirota, Curley, McGonigal, Lombardi, Davis, Bazana, Watson, Dickerson, Cook, Pena, Miller, Verderek, Jordan, Weidman. We got Jake Monroe on the refractor first, Theo Gillen, Theron Lorenzo, and Dean Moss. All right, we'll go to the back here. We got Steele Hall on the Axis and Nationals, Ethan Petrie on the green grass first. Not the guy we're looking for. He is the second rounder, so not the guy we're looking for, but not the guy we're looking for. Are you talking about for the next break, CTG? Break 1-4 is just 1 box. So it's 1 super, so it's going to be 5 autos. All right, we got our X-Fractor here. Oh, we got another pack where we got a lot going on. At least 2 color back there. Yeeman, Legrande, Carlson, Passatini, Ike Irish, Maldonado, Dax Kilby, Waldschmidt, Kepley, Gray, Mitchell, Bonnemer, Murph, Quintero, Cohen, Benj, Curley. We got Braceno again, Braceno, Malachi Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, and Brandon Compton. We got Eli Willits on the Axis. We got a Fuchsia Reptilian. Going to be looking at a Cade Anderson draft night there. Rangers again, Sebastian Walcott on the X-Fractor, and D-backs Patrick Forbes, 169 out of 199 on the Fuchsia Reptilian. Stay hot, D-backs, stay hot. I'm really surprised we're not hitting Rocky. Usually by now we're like chock full of Rockies. So wonder what's going on. It's taking the Rockies a minute here to warm up. Apparently. All right, let's see some low color. That's a gold. Very nice. We got a true gold. True gold chrome. Non-auto. Barr, Anderson, Youngerman, Obermuller, Condon, Neville, Castillo, Kent, Level, Yannick, Thompson, Duno, Middleton, Morey, Quick, Caldwell, and Ebel. We've got Chase Shores on the refractor. Second round pick out of LSU, Cam Caminiti, Oviedo, and Josh Lugo. A little Angels runner there at the end. We got Andrew Salas on the Access, and here we go. Good luck, everybody. We got a gold refractor first for the Cardinals. Left-handed hitter. How about Jack Gervich? 41 of 50 on the Bowman Chrome. Beautiful card there. Wish it was an auto, but we'll take it. Nice hit there, Cardinals. That's Laser Viking picking that one up. He's getting his little closer mojo there for helping us finish at the end. Taking one of the last teams available. All right, now we're getting into the autos. All right, everybody. This is what Bowman is about. The autos have to be good, or at least colorful, if we want this box to be memorable. All right, take a quick peek here. It's going to be a base auto. Base auto, Rock Riggio, Boyker, DeVries, Monroe, Gillen, Livingston, Lorenzo, Dean Moss, Sikora, McKenzie, JKG, Russell, Tibbs, Voigt, Tommy Troy, and Patrick Forbes. I'm seeing Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates is the auto. Will make you sweat it for a few more minutes. Spencer Jones, Jimenez, Gonzalez, Sime down now, and good luck, everybody. Let's go. It's the guy. Nice hit there for the Pirates. Seth Hernandez first. So we're continuing with the great names. We just need a little bit of color. Nice hit for the Pirates there. Who took the Pirates in this one? Who's got the Pirates? And then we've got the inaction. That's going to be Liam Doyle and prize prospects for Jesus Mate. Great hit on the Seth Hernandez there. That's our second Seth Hernandez. We hit an auto. It was a draft night auto to 99 in our first case, so maybe on the Seth Hernandez whisper. All right, nothing here in this first pack. That's just going to be Ike Irish on the prized prospects. All right, show us a little color here, Bowman. Show us a little color. Nope. They can't do it. They just can't do it. Gagewood, Richardson, Davalan, White, Becker, Smith, Franklin, Mitchell, Rojas, Root, J.D. Dix, Phillips, Mayura, Ethan Conrad, Ty Harvey. We've got Quintero for the Dodgers, Trevor Cohen for the Giants, Benj, and Brian Curley. All right, I see a hitter, and I see Tigers. That's going to be Michael Oviedo on the base auto. Hopefully they're just doing it where the first three are base and you get your last two packs color. In our case, I'm hoping last three packs are color. Oh, first autos sell way better. Yeah, the draft night auto is. I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, I collect, like last year, I was going after Christian Moore hard. Like I collected all of his autos, but yeah, the first is that's the game. Everything else is just going to kind of be, whatever. All right, we got a true blue. There we go. Ask if you just complain a little bit in life, you get rewarded, which is not the way it should be, but it's the way it is. Essenberg, another Hernandez, Cone, Yost, Jenkins, Frey, Escobar, Elwinger, Celestin, Killen, Episcope. We got Walcott on the refractor, Mason Peters, Yohandy Morales, and JT Quinn. We'll take a peek ski here. We've got Nayans on the draft night and another Willits on the prize prospects. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's match the name with the color now. That's what we want. Kansas City. Kansas City first. Cameron Millar on the True Blue. Nice color match there. I know it's going to go to Laser Vikings PC. He's got to be pretty excited about it. So there we go. We finally got some color. Not necessarily a name, but hey, it's better than a base no name. That's for sure. Somebody will want that card. The True Blues always sell super well. All right, we got some paper color here. Paper color incoming. All right, and we're back to our base autos. Sorry, I kind of spoiled it a little bit. It's going to be for the Braves. Gurevich, Lombard, Schubert, Mayfield, Melendez, Valdez, Walton, Clark, Morris, Tait, Cunningham, Hartshorn. We got Yannick, J.D. Thompson, Duno, and Middleton. All right, we're looking for, we'll do the paper first. We got Shitaro Mori on the prize prospects. And how about Mason Peters on the sky blue paper to $4.99? All right, and here we go. Good luck. We're looking for Salthacene on the Braves. Salthacene is who we're looking for. Cody Miller, not a bad, he's number 2. We hit his auto last night. In fact, I think it's the same one, just another base auto. But there we go. We got Cody Miller. And last pack, last auto, box number 2. Can't have both. You either get the good names on base or the bad names on color. Well, goodness, I don't know. I don't know what to ask for then. I mean, I'm guessing the good names still, right? Still rather have the names over the color, unless it's a super. That would be cool. All right, let's take a peek here. All right, we got an aqua lava, it looks like. So not the best color, but we'll take color. Take color nonetheless. Sneed, Sloan, Jones, Jimenez, Gonzalez, Sime, Peters, Morales. Shitaro Mori is going to be our first refractor, or not a first, but the first refractor in the stack. Riley Quick, he's actually their top draft pick for the Twins. So that is the guy if you're a Twins fan. Caldwell and Brady Ebel. All right, we'll look at this one first. In action, that's going to be Ike Irish on the die cut insert. We got Connor Griffin on the prize prospects. And here we go. Last auto in the box. Pirates again. Easton Carmichael to $199. So stands true, Aaron. We're still getting names or color, not both. Not both. But what is that? Our third color auto. Yeah, third color auto. So we're what? 3 of 10, 30%. Last night we hit 40% of our autos were color. So that was solid. Like to get to the 40% mark for these boxes too. 40% is that's what I can live with. 60% base, 40% color. But you're right, we didn't really hit. Even last night, we got good names, but not really any good names on the color. We did have an orange auto, which is great, true orange, but the name was not the best. All right, auto. auto, auto, auto. All right, this is box 3, so we'll officially be at the halfway point after this box. Only about 45 minutes in. Just making decent time. CTG, this break is in the store, but it's the one that says breaking. There's a one that's still filling. That will be the next break. That's just a single box. All right, we got a true blue non-auto here. Oh, I got to clear this. I got to clear this pile, or else I'm not going to have any position, or I'm not going to have any room to put these cards. So we'll look through this, and then I got to clear off the table. Ricardo, Sneed, Sloan, Yeeman, Legrand, Carlson, Passatini, Irish, Maldonado, Dickerson, Sailors, Brecht, Owens, Culpepper, Fleming, Rojas. We got Zach Root on the first. Nate George, Refractor, DeZerwa, Tyson Lewis, and Max Bellew. And then we'll go ahead and take a look here at the True Blue. We got Billy Carlson on the Access insert. Good luck, everybody. Braves again. Tate Southacene. That's the guy we're looking for the Braves. Nice hit, Colby. We've had some good non-auto color and good names, so that's I guess that's a consolation. 1 second here, I'm going to clear off my table. I was up till 2 in the morning sorting all the chrome last night. Took me a little while. Got about 5 hours of sleep, and then yeah, we woke up and now we're doing it again. But that's all right. It's draft. It's basically a national holiday for us prospectors. All right, we got another. All right, this is one of those good packs. We got, looks like a numbered refractor number insert and paper color. So let's go ahead and check that out. Schubert, Mayfield, Melendez, Moore, Lodice, Sirota, Curley, McGonigal, Lombardi, Pratt, Morrison, Norrie, Jacobs, Staffura, Fritton, Sikora, Briggs McKenzie. We got Co on the refractor, non-first, Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, and Boyker. Take a look here. We've got Eli Willits on the front. That's going to be DeVries on the axis. A's hitter Gavin Turley, first for the A's to 499. And prized prospects, this is going to be a good name, out of 250. Cardinals, J.J. Weatherholt to 250. Nice Weatherholt there. He does have autos in this product, but all right, we need to clear that a little bit here. Make room on the stage. Turley on the paper. Turley, 110th overall, 4th rounder, college bat, I believe. Yep, Oregon State. All right, X-Fractor City for us right here. We got Nyans on the access, Yost, Davis, Hammond, Fisher, Petrie, George, DeZera, Lewis, Wing, Parker, West, Taylor, Bradfield, Carmichael, Jenkins, Frey, LDV on the refractor, Jake Monroe, Theo Gillen, and Dean Livingston. We got a Fuchsia Reptilian right behind it. I did not see that one. All right, Detroit first, Caleb Lays on the X-Fractor. And Rangers again, Josh Owens. Rip City sure knows how to pick him. He was the big winner. This guy's a two-way player, shortstop and pitcher. I wonder why he's not getting the hype like some of the other guys that are two ways. But yeah, Rip City, he took the Rangers, which is his usual team in this break. But he took the Brewers last night and hit a Pena Spotlight and then a Pena Black X-Fractor to 10. So either he's super lucky or he just knows what he's doing. All right, we got another Fuchsia Refractor. Weatherholt, Tommy Tanks, Becker, Smith, Franklin, Mitchell, Hughes, Cunningham, Hodge, Rodriguez, Benj, Curley, Jones, Jimenez, Gonzalez, Sime, Walcott, Peters. We got Essenberg on the first refractor. Another Seth Hernandez. We'll take that. Pico Cone and Jordan Yost. I believe Jordan Yost is the guy for the Tigers. We just need to see him on something other than a base refractor. All right, we've got Gavin Fine there. And then here we go, a bat for the Rays. Tayton Gray out of 199 on the Fuchsia Reptilian. Going to the Rays spot. All right, last pack of the non-autos. Oh, I think we got one of those weird to 35s. The logo fractor that's not a logo. All right, Michael Oviedo, Lugo, Fine, Barr, Anderson, Youngerman, Obermueller, Condon, some junk on his face, but I got it off. Neville, Caldwell, Ebel, Guzman, Arnold, Fouch, Liam Doyle, Cuso, Max William. We got Gabe Davis on the refractor, Josh Hammond, Matthew Fisher, and Ethan Petrie. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. This is it should be numbered to 35. It's going to the Phillies. That one's going to Bob. That is Sean Youngerman, and it is 31 of 35. Has Topps released any sort of statement about why these cards aren't what they seem to have been listed as? I mean, they do look just like regular refractors, except they're numbered to 35. So it's very strange. You would have thought that, that wouldn't have made it past the QC, but yeah, they are really leaning into the Reptilians for sure, which, again, they're growing on me. I think they're cool from a PC perspective. Like, I'll take Reptilians. I don't like them for, like, secondary sales. All right, we got a base auto here. Nice Jamie Arnold there. We're just going to go ahead and put that one down since we saw it already. Flores, Farmello, McConaughey, Namala, Young, Wiggins, Shores, Caminiti, Morales, JT Quinn, Yannick, Thompson, Duno, Middleton, Shitaro Mori. Oh, again. We got Fouch, Liam Doyle. Nice couple of refractors there. And Cuso. I was watching a break last night where they pulled a Doyle and they're like, well, that's not the guy. I'm like, no, that is the guy. That is the guy. 5th overall. Liam Doyle is most definitely the guy for the Cardinals. You got to read the checklist, guys, and you got to kind of know a little bit about prospects. I mean, at least the guys in the top 15 picks, right? Got to know those guys. All right, Caleb Lays. We got JoJo Parker on the inaction. That's cool. And Diamondbacks, Dean Livingston again. Just building Joe Madden's Dean Livingston PC. One card at a time. Yeah, and it didn't used to be that way, Merc. It used to be that, Topps had pretty good QC. I don't know what happened. Like the gem rate for draft last year was pretty good. And I don't remember them just like completely missing like the thing that makes the parallel the thing that, you know, it says it should be. All right, we got Twins. That's Riley Quick. Remember I said he's the guy. He's the top draft pick for the Twins. 36th overall, so he was a comp A pick for the Twins. End of the first round there. There we go. College arm? I think so. Yeah, all SEC, Alabama. So he'll probably have a little bit of a market. SEC teams. Ninja, we did the very first auto was a Dax Kilby auto for Mink. So yeah, it was a base one, but we definitely hit his auto right off the bat. It's been rough sailing since then, but we definitely got one. All right, we got a true purple auto here. That's good to see. Getting the color. Killing. I hate that they put these. You guys I always face these this way. It bugs me when they're this way. I don't know why. Killing Castillo, because I think when you have them in a binder and you're displaying them, it always flips like this. So when you put them in the pack like this, you're not going to put them in the binder like that. So they most certainly 100% go that way. But I guess that's a small gripe. Reimer, Harmon, Made, Lampkin, Salas, Ayenson, Pena, Millar, Connor Griffin, Riley, Weatherholt. We got Max Williams on the refractor, Salas, Ayenson again, and Pena. No, he doesn't know. He's in class right now. All right, here we go. First for the Braves again. Let's go. Grinchy and I have a thing where I pull a lot of really good cards for him, and I appreciate him because he's always helped me fill my breaks. So there we go. Tate Southstein. That's another one for you, bud. Congrats. He almost fell out of the attic. He's up there. He's up there risking his life for this break. Yeah, I'm with you, William. I think what I'm really hoping though is that those megas come out and they're not firsts. So like that's the only thing that I think can save this is if the mega boxes and their autos don't have the first logo on them, then it'll make the hobbies and the supers more valuable. But we don't know yet, right? Because we haven't seen a checklist. We haven't seen the boxes haven't been released yet. So I'm hoping they don't make those first autos, because then it'll just completely dilute the product. But as long as they're not firsts, I think it'll be okay. Now it's not priced reasonably at all. We got a base auto here. So they still need to come down in pricing. They won't, but they should be. But yeah, if the megas don't have first, then I think it's going to make these formats hold their value. Bremner and Selena there. We got Millar, Connor Griffin, Riley Kelly, and Weatherholt. All right, we got base auto here. Tampa Bay, Tatum Gray. I think that's the guy. 84th overall, third rounder, so maybe he's not the guy. If he is the guy, he's a catcher, so that's not great. But I want to say the Rays have a stronger checklist than that, so I'm pretty sure he's not the guy. His brick caught him. Love it. All right, let's see here. Oh, how do you get the thing that I have with Colby? Where I pull, I know. We're working towards it, I promise. He just happens to like a team that all right, we got an achromatic. Okay, that's our second achromatic. We hit an achromatic yesterday. Achromatic auto, Watson, Arias, Bodine, Nelson, Witherspoon, Essenberg, Hernandez, Grauer, Russell, Tibbs, Voigt, Tommy Troy, Forbes, Turley, Cade Crossland on the first, Luke Dickerson, Sailors, and Brody Brecht. Yeah, it's just something we got to build up, you know. I think we'll get there. We got Eli Willits on the inaction and JoJo Parker. You know, I haven't seen any numbered ones of these we've been we had one per box in the hobby. We've now had two, so maybe it's coming. I would imagine we'd hit numbered one of those at some point. All right, here we go. I thought it was gonna be Diamondbacks again, but it's Brewers, and it's gonna be Jesus Mate. There we go. Huge hit for the Brewers there on the Achromatic to 250 sticker auto, but case hit ish. Definitely a pretty rare auto to hit. So I don't. In the 3 cases of hobby, our case was the only one that got one. So they're definitely not per case. So that's cool. And it's a great checklist. So there you go. Yeah, it is a really cool looking insert for sure. All right, last pack here. I don't see anything special. And gold. Here we go. We got true gold, fam. True gold. Now it's got to be the time where we finally get the name. All right, McGonigal, Ritchie, Gamble, LaCourse, Willits, Lays, Wood, Richardson, Davalan, Hartshorn, Steelhall, CJ Gray, Mitchell, Bonnemer, Murph, Quintero, Riley Quick, Slade Caldwell, Ebel, and Guzman. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. It's a bat. It's a bat. I know when we get there before I run out of money. I know, buddy. I'm trying hard. We got Tigers, lefty hitter Michael Oviedo, our another catcher, he's a first rounder, 34th overall. So I thought Yost was the guy, but that's a nice one there for the Tigers. We had a true orange for the Tigers yesterday. So Tigers definitely, I don't know if I would call them a sleeper team in the product, but they've certainly been a sleeper team in my breaks. All right, here we go. Let me clear this off. I think the other thing, William, is that when you I know your team is the Mariners, you don't always get them, but when you got a single team like Grinch where he goes for the Braves every time, then it's easy for me to key in on that, right? So I think you go Mariners. I did hit you a nice Mariner True Blue auto in yesterday's draft. It wasn't Anderson, but it was still one of the better autos we hit. So we keep working the Mariners together, then I'm sure I'll be able to dial it in for you. All right, let me see. So the color watch again. I'm going to count the Mate as color. We got not bad. 6 out of 15. So our percentage is going up. Our percentage is going up 6 out of 15. Ooh, this is weird. Wow, that is really weird. They had a pack underneath the little spacer. I wonder if that means that we got something nasty here. We'll see. I like when the boxes are funky like that. I don't know why. It's kind of like that last damaged box at Target or Walmart, You got to get that one. All right, here we go. This is box number 4 of 6. The ping pong ball card, that's right. Oh, yeah. That's got to be a redemption, though, right? Has to be. All right, here we go. We got color here. It's a green reptilian. Green reptilian. Made, DeZera, Lewis, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Riggio, Boyker, DeVries, Monroe, Miller, Verderek, Jordan, Weidman, Valdez, Walton, Max Clark, Mason Morris. We got DeZerwa, Tyson Lewis, Bellew, and Co. I feel like DeZerwa and Bellew we've been calling like a ton of times today, but nothing big. All right, Mets. Here we go. A little closer mojo for Colby. Jacob Reimer on the green reptilian. Colby was cool enough to take the Mets to help us close out. Last two teams were Padres and Mets. I haven't seen any Padre, but we need to get a Padre for that closer mojo for our guy Randall. But Randall's thing is he'll sit here and he'll complain that he's not hitting anything. We got a green grass here, and then he'll hit something. And he said that he should be joining us soon, because he said he was at lunch, or he couldn't take his lunch until noon. So he should be joining us soon to pull for the Padres. So hopefully we'll be hitting something for him soon. And something for the rest of you guys that we haven't hit anything for yet. Dean Moss, Brasenio, Witherspoon, Thomas. All right, we got two color here. That's going to be Caden Bodine on the axis. Jesus Made. We got JoJo. There we go. I mean, that's kind of a color match. The secondary color for the Blue Jays, I remember them kind of being that sky blue color. That's a good one. Nice hit there, Rapid Axe. And we got Brewers again. Luis Pena, man. We've been pulling a ton of him. Like I was joking. I was like, I didn't pull this much of him in 24 Bowman. I did pull a couple of autos of his, but nothing nasty. We hit, I think one of the best cards we hit in 25 Bowman was a Made etched in glass. That was one of the bigger ones, but hey, that JoJo Parker paper color is nice. And if you can get if you can gem one of those papers, which in 25 Bowman, I've found that the centering is actually really good on paper, but paper's hard to gem, especially with the full color borders. But if you can get a 10 on those, man, don't short yourself on it. Like the pop counts are going to be so low. You just have to hold on to that, or hold out for a good price. Oh, we got another bonus color there. Jenkins, Flores, Farmello, McConaughey, Namala, Young, Wiggins, Shores, Caminiti, Oviedo, Dickerson, Sailors, Brecht, Owens, Culpepper, Fleming, Rojas, Root. We got Jake Monroe on the refractor, Theo Gillen, Livingston, and Lorenzo. Yeah, and even if you hit like a really big prospect, then a 9 is gonna hold up really well, because the gems on that are gonna be so low. All right, we get Youngerman. White Sox is gonna be Hagen Smith on the X-Fractor, and Diamondbacks again, Tommy Troy. Yeah, Clay, you've hit some good cards, like more than a few. We were joking around that you took the Brewers last night, and they had, I would say, the best overall break. And then you took the Rangers today, and you've been hitting a few really nice cards. So I was joking around that you know how to pick them. You know something that the rest of us don't. I don't know if he was complaining about it, so to speak, Jordan, but he was basically like, "Oh, I got to sell this really quick because it's not going to be very valuable." I'm like, "Well, but it's one of the best guys." All right, we got a true yellow non-auto here. So yeah, he was already poo-pooing it a little bit, but I'm gonna take some pictures for him so he can get it listed up on eBay. Dominic Reed, Riggio, Boyker, and DeVries. All right, here we go. Let's pull this one out from the middle. Namala on the axis. We got Giants on the true yellow, Cameron Maldonado, and then Boyker on the sky blue. Little double numbered pack there. The Giants seem to do fairly well in these. It was really weird. They kind of came out as like a cheaper team, but they've risen a little bit. as the more breaks are happening. So if you're looking into breaks and you can find the Giants for a decent price, we've been hitting the Giants in the last break was awesome. We hit a few autos, bunch of color. So I've been a little impressed with what the Giants have going on. All right, we got Cade Anderson. Oh my goodness, there we go. Who took the Reds? Isn't that you, Murky? Murky, we did it. We freaking did it, man. Steel Hall on the Bowman spotlights. See, Merc? That's all you got to do. All you got to do is just gently remind the universe that, hey, I'm here. I'm a good guy. I'm helping out. And you get rewarded with a Steel Hall beautiful looking card. Beautiful looking card. And I saved a spot on the stage just for this card. Always keep this spot open for the special hits. That a boy. Nice job. There we go. Merc, always helping us out, closing us up. There we go. See, now we're working hand in hand together. We got Hammond, Fisher, Petrie, and George. All right, now we're getting to the autos. Oh, Filth Bomb. That's me, guys. That's me. I am the influencer of the future. All right, we got another nice little blue paper. Put that one down, and let's see what we got for the auto. It looks like it's going to be a base auto. That's okay, because we know we've got others coming. Lombard, Schubert, Mayfield, Melendez, Moore, Lodice, Sirota, Curley, Tibbs, Voigt, Troy, Forbes, Turley, Nayans, Wing. We got Tibbs on the refractor. Voigt, that's the guy for the Mets, 38th overall. Tommy Troy and Forbes. All right, let's go to the paper blue first. Good luck, everybody. We got a pitcher for the Rockies. Rockies starting to make their presence felt. It's taken them long enough. I'm a Rockies magnet. Ooh, that's a ugly top loader. All right, here we go. Our first auto of the box. Good luck, everybody. It's a hitter for the Rockies again. Ethan Hedges. Oh, my God. Somebody woke the Rockies up. Everybody clear out. Clear out of Dodge. The Rockies are here. Run for the hills. Going to be inundated with Rockies now that they've been invited to the party. All right. I don't see anything super snazzy there. We've got Doyle in action. And it's always a good thing to note, if your prospect is on an insert, then they are a guy. They're a guy to collect for sure. All right, we have a refractor auto. We do have a refractor auto. So we get chalk that one up for the color pile. Hernandez, Cone, Yost, Davis, Hammond, Fisher, Petrie, George, Celestin, Killen, Episcope, Southseen, Dickerson, Cook, Pena. We got Gavin Turley, Xavier Nayans, it's the guy for the Astros, Caleb Wing, and JoJo. There we go. Nice one there for Rapid Axe and for the Astros spot. Nayans is the guy that's on the we got Doyle. We're gonna sleeve that guy up. He's the one that's on all the inserts for the Astros this year. All right, here we go. Refractor auto right behind Mr. Miller. It's Orioles, and it's a hitter. Colin Yeeman. Would have much rather seen Irish or Bodine, but we'll still take it. This kid's a shortstop. He was drafted in the 4th round, and he's from UC Irvine. So shout out Anteaters. Both my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law both went to Irvine. It's a great school, great area, and you have to be super freaking smart to get in there. So this kid's got a lot going for him outside of baseball. There's Irish on the in action. And let's check this auto. We got a blue wave, more color. See, everyone else in the universe, except for ODZ, complains about the lack of color autos, but we don't have that problem over here on O'Filthball. We get plenty of color. All right, we got Celestin, Killin, Episcope, and Southacene. We'll give him a nice little sleevey. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. It's a bat for the Marlins. Max William, their 3rd rounder. I think he's a name. Florida State. Oh, there we go, Colby. That's your chase. Boom. See? I was like, I remember there being something about this guy that we were looking for, and that's it. Florida State, Seminole. Into Colby's PC. That's why you're chasing Marlins. Now it makes so much more sense. So Colby's having a nice little break. Hopefully you didn't fall out of the attic on that one. Can't have you getting hurt here. And let's see. Is this going to be another base? Yep. Base auto here. Bazana, Becker, Smith, Franklin, Mitchell, Hughes, Cunningham, Hodge, Rodriguez, Salas, Ayenson, Pena, Millar, KG, Kelly, Weatherholt. We got Walker, Texas Ranger, Frey, Escobar, and Elwinger. He's not a Texas Ranger. He's a Minnesota Twin. All right, here we go. Base auto for the Mariners. Hughes. Oh, my God. I thought for a second, I'm like, could that be a lefty hand holding the ball? It is not. It is Hughes. Always appreciate a good mustache. So does anybody, I'm sure there's somebody out there that PCs mustache guys. That would be worth doing. All right, here we go. Last pack of box number 4. We got 2 boxes left. No color there. And no color. No color there. So we got a base auto. That's okay. Still got 2 out of 5. We'll take the 40%. We'll ride the 40% wave. We just can't dip below that. We got Aiden West, Devin Taylor, Bradfield, and Easton Carmichael. All right, I see a bat, and I see Orioles. Same dude, Colin Yeeman. If some is good, more is better. That one's got a nasty print line right down the middle of it. So that would be one I'd probably send back to Topps when you get this. You can use your receipt from Breaker Toolbox or whatnot, or if you sent me a PayPal, I have submitted defect tickets with break receipts before. And you got to remember, I mean, Topps totally supports breaks, so it doesn't need to come directly from your own wax. So don't be shy about submitting defects. Topps is very good about accepting them. They've gotten really bad lately at filling them timely, but I've never had one like rejected for any reason whatsoever. All right, making room for box number 5. Let's go, Padres. There he is. Randall's making the lunchtime appearance. Welcome in, Randall. Yeah, repeat autos are boo, unless they're chase autos. Then we'll take all the repeats we can get. Empty box. Again, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Thanks for filling this. Always a blast ripping draft. Sometimes it's more fun than others when you're not getting anything great, but still a good time. Always fun talking prospects and getting, a guy's first card. We've got a few loose boxes. I ordered 2 cases and a couple loose boxes, so we've got a true purple there and sky blue, so we'll drop those ones off. So we've got 1 break still posted, and we'll probably do 3 or 4 more. So keep an eye out on Breaker Toolbox. Those get posted first, and then I'll bring whatever teams I kind of have left over after a day or so over to Whatnot. So don't wait on Whatnot for the teams. Go to Breaker Toolbox and check it out over there. Nothing super special in that refractor pile. We've got Zaire Hope on the Axis Twins. That's going to be Quentin Young on the sky blue. And we got Rockies again on the color match. Rock Reggio. It's not a first. That'd have been really cool. I love the purples with the Rockies, man, especially when they're wearing those purple tops. Super cool looking card. Again, wish it was a first, but it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. All right, let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of everything, but how about the superstars in the color? There we go. Need to make room on the stage here. And we're just going to hockey line change the paper here. Get Quentin Young a chance up on the stage by himself. There we go. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. I actually just picked up 2 Luis Pena purple PSA 9 autos. I think it's okay. I would prefer, obviously, different colors, but I think when you got a superstar, then it doesn't really matter. And a true purple is going to do better than some of those weird reptilian / aqua teal wave mojo lavas. All right, we got Nate Snead on the refractor, Ryan Sloan, another Yeeman, and LeGrand. Let's see here. We got a true blue non-auto first for the Red Sox. There we go. Mink Ayenson. Mink went with the rivalry picks here. He went with Yankees Red Sox for his break. Yeah, right. Well, it's so funny because I'm looking at it right now. The first Christian Moore that I hit in a break was a purple, and I think I hit a couple other ones, but that was definitely the lowest numbered one, and I graded it. It came back a 9. I'm pretty sure it should be a 10, but I got it hanging in my case. I'm looking at it right now. All right, we got a true green. But you're right. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's tough to get a color match for the Angels because the only thing that color matches is a red, and those are obviously very hard to come by and also very expensive. All right, we get Ethan Hedges, Thomas White, Gurevich, and Lombard Jr. True green here coming up. And we got Padres. Here we go, Randall. This one's for you, buddy. Cash Mayfield. He's like the only guy from their team that didn't get traded last year. The only prospect still with the Padres. Everyone else is gone. Bateman gone. DeVries gone. What was that other cat from 25 Bowman that we were... Cobb Hightower, gone. Tyson Neighbors, gone. I guess they still have Kavaris Tears, but he's been kind of booty. He has not been that good. Oh, another double one. Another double color pack. Love that. It's weird though, because no, it's an X Fractor. I was like, they put the paper in front of the chrome, but that's not true. I made that up. Dax Kilby, Waldschmidt, Kepley, and Montgomery. We'll put Dax up on the stage in honor of our guy Mink, who's doing the right thing today by going to class. I went to class. I just didn't do any homework. All right, we're going to look at the X Fractor first. Marlins again, Brandon Compton going to Grinch. And how about Reds again? Alfredo Duno for Murky on the, what is that, Teal Wave, Aqua Wave? I can't remember. One's to 199, one's to 125. I don't know why they chose like very similar colors, but there we go. We got Aqua and Teal. It's one of those ones. It's definitely a wave. We'll throw that one up on the stage there. All right, last pack of the non-autos, and then we'll let the fun begin again. All right, we got a numbered insert, and it's for the Mets. So I think that's got to be their guy. Has to be Smith, Franklin, Voit, I believe. We got Billy Carlson on the refractor. There we go. White Sox have been really hard to hit, like really hard to hit. Ike Irish, that's a good one, and Maldonado. Yeah, we have not had luck with the White Sox, and then I got them in another break and another Discord, the very first break. I got a great deal on them, but it didn't matter because I didn't hit a single damn thing. So if you're seeing breaks, those probably all went to the real Filth Bomb, unfortunately. All right, that's going to be Mitch Voit on the refractor to 250 on the draft day refractors. Nice hit there for the Mets. All right, auto time. Auto time. All right, don't see anything there. And is this a refractor auto? It is not. Base City, USA. Bazana. Arise. Witherspoon. There's a Seth Hernandez. Conrad, Rojas, Root, J.D. Dix, and Marcus Phillips. All right, base hitter, it looks like, for the Sox. Oh, my gosh. Oh, if that only could have been a freaking Billy Carlson, then our Sox curse would have been over. That's another shortstop. The good thing about the Sox, though, is they have so many high draft picks. This guy was 76th overall, third rounder for the Sox. Played for Georgia Tech. There you go. So there'll be a market. There'll be a market for him. He'll have a market. Oh, really? Alex Lodice? Are you talking about somebody else? We got Theo Gillen on the inaction. Mitch Voit, Bellew. So let's peep the auto here. We got another blue wave. So we got another color. That's good. Voit, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Riggio, Boyker, DeVries, Monroe, Gillen, Fritton, Sikora, McKenzie, Grauer, Russell, Tibbs, another Voit, Miura, Conrad, Harvey, and Bremner. My guy Bremner, we were able to hit a auto of him, 499 yesterday. Excited for it. Cool. Auto Georgia Tech as well? Or do you play for a different school? All right, got Reds again. Mason Morris, not Steel Hall, unfortunately, but Murky now. He and I we're firing on all cylinders. We're clicking. We're getting closer. Getting closer to the nukes that we should be hitting together. Oh, he played for FSU? Well, he'll probably be in 24 Bowman yet, or then. That's weird. They had a Georgia Tech guy and a FSU guy, huh? All right, we got Nayans on the inaction. Base auto. Arnold, Level, Gray, Reimer, Harmon, Made, Lampkin, Ricardo, Sneed, Curley, Jones, Jimenez, Gonzalez, Sime, Walcott, Peters, Sikora, McKenzie, JKG, and Russell. All right, base auto here. Going to be for the Jays. Tim Piacentin, of course. Tim Piacentin, 143rd overall. Fifth rounder for the Blue Jays, also from Canada. I noticed that from the back of his card. So there you go. Blue Jays taking I would say hometown kid, but I think he's from British Columbia. So that's not exactly near Toronto at all. Hometown in the sense that there's only one team that plays in Canada. But Rabbit Axe will take it. All right, 2 autos left. Oh, I see color. I see lots of color. I see another Aqua Lava. Murph Gray on the paper color. We got McConaughey, Namala, Young, Wiggins, Shores, Caminiti, Oviedo, Lugo, Weidman, Valdez, Walton, Clark, Morris, Tait, Cunningham, Nori, Ben Jacobs, Staffura, and Fritone. All right, good luck, guys. Here we go. Out of 199, it should be. Rangers again. Josh Owens, that two-way player for the Rangers, shortstop and pitcher. I'm guessing he's a high school kid. Yeah, Johnson City, Tennessee. There we go. Clay. Color auto there for Mr. Thomas. A little paper color there for the Pirate spot. All right, last pack. Second to last box. I haven't seen any other case hits than the spotlights, though. I mean, every other case I've watched, it's been a spotlight. I mean, I'm wondering if an image variation is also a case hit, and we got 2 case hits yesterday, because the second break that I watched yesterday, there was no case hit, but there was an image variation. All right, we got another base auto there. Nayans, LaCourse, Willits. There's a Willits. Gage Wood. He's the guy for the Phillies. Salina, Slowinski, Cooper Pratt, and Morrison. All right, here we go. Good luck. Reds again, Murky. You and me, bud. We're lockstep now. Aaron Watson, pitcher. He was a second rounder, and he is a high schooler, so definitely has to be a high upside arm to be drafted in the second round. So I'd say I'd be decently excited about that auto. Could be a future ace we're looking at right there. All right, let's clear the auto pile, get rid of the base. So what we should be at 5 times 5, 25. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 25. So, yep, we're at 40%. So we just got to hit 2 color autos in the last box to maintain our ratio of 40%. That's what we're aiming for here. Anything less than that. So if we get a 4 base auto box, then it's gonna send me into a downward spiral. And I don't want to go in a downward spiral. All right, guys, buckle up. Last box here. And then we still got single box up for sale. So we can break that one today too. Just got to get it filled. It looks like we're still sitting on 9 spots. Let me check. Breaker toolbox. Yep, we're still sitting on 9 spots. So a little work to do on that one, but that's okay. We got all day. All day to get it done. Oh, Riggs can't hear us, so there we go. You and me, Grinchy. Oh, Riggs has the Nationals, I think, in this one, so I think that's right. Riggs is a friend we stole off of Whatnot. Met him on Whatnot, brought him over to Breaker Toolbox. Now he breaks with me, he breaks with D-John. We're cultivating a pretty good group over there. Got some other like really good breakers like Big Orange. He's the one that ran that update. Break had excellent pricing, I thought. You won't really find a breaker on Breaker Toolbox that's trying to squeeze nickels and dimes out of people or trying to fleece them like some of the big breakers. You know, they already get their boxes for so stinking cheap. It's like, how are you gonna like 5-6x them? But hey, people buy with them, right? So it's clearly working. All right, we got another. Looks like a fuchsia. All right, Ike, Irish, Lampkin, Ricardo, Sneed, Sloan, Yeeman, Lagrange, Carlson, Piazzatini, Irish, Sikora, McKenzie, Grauer, Russell, Tibbs, Voigt, Tommy Troy, Forbes, Sean Gamble, LaCourse, Waldschmidt, and Willits. There we go. Nice one, Riggs. I'm guessing he's got it on mute, but we'll take that one. What are I recently looked up, or maybe I came across like an auction where somebody had PSA 10 Connor Griffin's first refractor, and it was like going for well north of $100. I'm like, I didn't realize the refractors. I mean, it's Connor Griffin, so I understand, but I didn't realize they would go for that much. It's kind of crazy. All right, here we go. We've got Halos on the first. Jake Monroe. I believe he's our 4th rounder, because Slowinski was our 3rd rounder. 4th round, JUCO guy, played at Louisville. Good one there for the PC. I'm not expecting a ton of things from him, but you never know. The Angels definitely need a 3rd baseman if they're not going to go with Denzer Guzman. So maybe Monroe can develop into a solid 3rd baseman at the major league level. That's all we can hope for. I still like Guzman, so I'm really hoping they give him the shot this year, but I've stopped trying to guess what the Angels are going to do. It's too frustrating of an exercise. Caleb Lays, Gage Wood, Richardson, and Davilan. There you go, Sarah. We got something for you. Not the format that we wanted, but we'll keep working. All right, good luck, Mink. Mink says he's going to start watching now, so he's going to be excited right off the bat. We'll see how it goes. All right, White Sox first. Low dice again. We've been low diced. We need to be Carlsoned. All right, we got gold paper, and this is going to be something numbered. Aqua Reptilian, everybody's favorite parallel. The old 125 Reptilian. We got Rodriguez, Flores, Farmelo, and McConaughey. All right, let's go here from the middle. That's going to be Solace. Let's go to the Reptilian first. Giants, Dakota Jordan out of 125. And then we got Tigers, Caleb Lays on the gold. 39 of 50 on the paper. Padres color match gold gold ink auto. That's quite the request, my friend. I mean, I would be ecstatic to hit that, but you're asking a lot there. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. We got, all right, three color here. We got Willits. Blake Mitchell, Hughes, Cunningham, and Hodge. All right, let's pull this one out of the middle. That's going to be Mitch Voigt. We got Orioles, JT Quinn on the X-Fractor, and True Purple. Going to the Mariners, Celestin. Felnin Celestin out of 250. Number 9 out of 250. I got a new mat coming. I changed the color, same logo, but I made it blue and it's horizontal. So this one works for whatnot, but for YouTube, we're missing some of the sides there. So I need to get a horizontal mat. All right, we got a true blue here. True blue, Steel Hall on the axis, Seth Hernandez. So that should be coming soon. Tommy Tanks on the refractor, Nick Becker, Hagen Smith, and Tanner Franklin. All right, we got Phillies. Gage Wood, please. Let's go. Nice hit there for the Phillies. Bob Gurecki. That one goes to you. Phillies didn't do great in last night's break, but that's, if you're not going to hit the auto, then that's the one you want on the non-auto. All right, but now it's auto time, and I see a true blue right off the bat, guys. So maybe we're getting this last box magic. Good luck, everybody. Flipping through here, the chromes. Tibbs, Voigt on the first, and Forbes. Looks like a hitter. I don't see a hand. Giants, Cameron Maldonado on the true blue going to the Giants. 91 of 150. That one, he's a 7th rounder. But, so kind of going with our theme of names or color. Pick one. I think we did hit a... Didn't we hit a Willits? We hit a Willits numbered, but I think it was an insert. All right, we've got Franklin Arias on the in action. This is going to be a base auto here. It sure is. We got Pena, Maldonado, Kilby, Waldschmidt, Kepley, Montgomery, Hedges, White, Gurvich, Turley, Nayans, Wing, JoJo Parker. We got Gavin Turley, Nayans there on the refractor, and we got another JoJo. Imagine during release week, that's a $25-ish card. I don't know, maybe more. All right, good luck here. We got a base auto. Mets. Mitch Voigt. There we go, Colby. That's the guy to hit. That is the guy to hit. Second baseman. All right, looking for at least one more color here. Luke Voigt's brother. Maybe his son. Didn't Voigt... Is he the guy that became the hitting coach? Or is that somebody else? All right, we've got Cade Anderson on the inaction. Still no numbered inactions. That's crazy to me. I think we got a refractor auto here, guys. We do. We do have a refractor auto. So we're going to lock in that 40% color. So that's the good news. The bad news might be coming with we got Southacene and Killen on the refractors. The bad news might be coming with the name because we have not seemed to be able to match up color and name yet, but maybe that'll be more good news when we find out who it is here in a second. All right, good luck, good luck, good luck. It is a pitcher, and it looks like Rockies. It is Riley Kelly. So good news, bad news, guys. Good news is we got 40% color locked in. Possibly if we can get one more color auto, then we'll be above 40%. The bad news is we're just not being able to match it up. But I would say this case, I don't know, probably a little bit, not quite as good as our hobby case, but it's been decent. Base auto there. I mean, we got a case hit. We got some good names. The color hasn't been as good. What's our lowest auto right now? Gold. But it was a no name. We got Ethan Frey, Escobar, and Elwinger. So yeah, we just need to get the last pack needs to come through for us. All right, we got JD Thompson, pitcher for the Brewers. Oop, why am I doing that? My brain automatically went to pitcher, Brewers. He's a second rounder, so there we go. Could be a high upside kid. No, he played for Vanderbilt, so he's a college arm. So probably looking at him as a ceiling of a 4th, 5th starter potentially, and the bullpen risk floor. I don't know anything about the kid, so can't say one way or the other. But all right, we're going to end with a sky blue, and we're going to end with a purple. So yes, we actually did better than our hobby case on the color autos. So hopefully this one is a monster. Looking at like one of the top guys, hopefully. And we got Cade Crossland on the sky blue paper. And then maybe that'll be the way to end it out for us here. And then it's going to be loose boxes for me from now on. Devin Taylor, Bradfield, and Easton Carmichael to finish off the chrome. Recap coming up next. I'm going to log off for a little bit, so I'm not going to stick through and try to sell the last spots on this single jumbo, but I will restart the show, so we'll come back here and be able to run it right from here. All right, we got Ryan Weidman, and then behind it, we got another Brewer. Is this a double? Oh, my God. Topps just had to fuck with us. They just had to do it. Like, we've been pretty good on collation, but a couple of double autos in this box is not the way we wanted to end it, especially when we get two of the same guy on the back end. But congrats to the Brewers. I mean, I'm sure the Brewers will take it, but that is that's a wee bit disappointing there. All right. Those are our colored, numbered. We had, this is color paper. We'll go there. Base autos. Base auto. Yeah, so we should have ended up with, what, 18? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, 13 color autos. That leaves us with 12. So we actually got more color. No, sorry. My math is all wrong. 17 and 13. So pretty close. Pretty good spread. Like I said, over 40% of color autos. So that's not bad. All right, little oh, there you go. Rapid Axe. Oh my God, one caser. Gold ink though. So there's that. All right, we got Gamble, Willits, Carlson, Kilby, Parker, Arnold, Doyle, Hernandez, Hall, another Hernandez. Those are all of our refractors. We only had one speckle. That was Murph Gray for the Pirates. Paper color, Riley Kelly, Boyker, Parker, Livingston, Turley, Peters, Obermueller, Morales, Fine, Crossland, Lays, Gray, Young, and Mitch Voigt, numbered to 250 on the draft day. We got Chromes, Troy, Pena, Reimer, Youngerman on that weird logoless refractor out of 35. Gray, Owens, Southacene, Gurevich, Forbes, Petrie, White. We did have a numbered Willits there to 250. Culpepper, Solis, Gabe Davis, J.D. Thompson, Gage Wood, Celestin, Dakota Jordan, Lodice, Monroe for the Angels, Dunno, Mayfield, Ayenson, Riggio, Maldonado, and then a snazzy little Weatherholt there out of 250. And then our autos, like I said, we had good names. So we got Voigt, Thompson, Lodice, Piacentini, Watson, Hedges, Yeeman, Hughes, Quick, Gray, Miller, Oviedo, Seth Hernandez. That's an awesome one. Fine. And JoJo Parker. So three of the top names right there. Mayura, and then don't forget Dax Kilby. And then our color autos, we're going to have J.D. Thompson, Riley Kelly, Maldonado, Morris, Owens. Max Williams might be the best color that we got. Yeeman, Livingston, Miller, Carmichael. Actually, Southacene is probably the best one we got. Oviedo again. And then our two, I would say, probably hits of the case were Jesus Mate on the achromatic and Steel Hall on the spotlight. So appreciate you guys. That's, man, 2 cases in 2 days. That's a lot for me. Appreciate you guys. I'll be sorting the rest this afternoon, but let's try to hop into that single box, get that one finished up. Maybe we can do that tonight. If not, we can try again tomorrow. We can do it Saturday, Sunday, whenever it fills. So I'm not in a super hurry, but yeah, the faster it can fill, the faster we can get it shipped out to everybody, and you can get it posted up on for release week. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you, Rapid Axe, and thanks, Aaron. And yeah, 4 to 5 teams got a bunch of cards, and I think everybody got at least something numbered, except for even the Padres got one. So yeah, we're nobody got the old skunk. So Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you, and reach out to me if you want pictures of anything. All right, guys, take it easy.